מורטון מנדל הוא אחד היהודים העשירים בעולם שתרם עד כה כ-400 מיליון דולר לפרויקטים חברתיים בישראל. הוא משקיע את רוב השנים האחרונות שלו בפיתוח מנהיגות בישראל ובחינוך. היום אנחנו מתכבדים לארח אותו כאן אצלנו. Mr. Mandel, hello, welcome. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for
It's a
having
great
me.
honor to have you here in the studio. You know, I've been reading into your book and I've been watching interviews that you have given during the past 5 years, and you talk a lot about leadership. Do you feel that there is leadership in Israel?
Yes, I do. And if one looks around, I think there are examples in every field of human endeavor, including politics. There are also examples that don't meet my criteria, both. And I think the results of any institution, for-profit, not-for-profit, political, is a function, in part, of the skill set, the belief system, the values, if I can use the word even, Menschkeit, of the leader. And I think there are so many examples that that's not arguable. It's just the case.
How do you define the leader?
We want to identify people who have the values, the passion, and the ability to change the world, improve the quality of life for all human beings in the state of Israel.
Bit by bit, this is your slogan.
Bit by bit. It's like building a beach with grains of sand. I don't know how many grains of sand there are on the beach in Tel Aviv, but billions probably. And it's like lighting candles. Leaders who are good leaders and do good deeds light candles. And there's a lot of darkness still in the world, and we need more people to light candles.
Yeah, you are visiting here during a very hard time for Israelis, and the local perspective is not easy. And when you think about the leadership that has to change the world in a better place, and when you land here and you get out at Ben Gurion Airport and you see the news and what's happening here in Israel, what do you think about?
I think about a lot of things. In terms of the situation you're referring to about the trouble in the streets and the what I'm going to call misbehavior of people who are taking the law into their own hands, doing the wrong thing for what they feel, I guess, are the right reasons, but the wrong thing is always the wrong thing. I worry about the human condition, I'll be frank with you. I worry about the people who are stimulating the troublemakers to make the trouble.
But you do believe that education, good education, can change people.
Yes, we recently dedicated the Center for the Humanities at Hebrew University, which has our name on it, a brand new building to help strengthen the number of people in the world, mainly academics, these will be mainly academics, who are teaching students about the great ideas of civilization, of mankind.
Mr. Mandel, you are above 90. You look 60, of course, but you are above that. You have a lot of experience in life. You've met so many people.
Right.
Been in so many situations. And you are still kind of a 20-years-old naive in some ways. Am I wrong?
I've been blessed, I guess, with good genes. I'm on a pretty careful program to stay healthy, and I find my mind, to my standards, is still working. I'm a chairman and CEO of a private bank. I'm chairman and CEO of a wonderful foundation, doing wonderful things, very fulfilling things. I don't feel my age, whatever that means. I don't feel my age, and I'm going to try and light as many candles as I can for as long as I live.
Lucky us. Many young people that are watching this interview probably told themselves a few times, I want to be a millionaire. What do you tell those people who think that money is the most important thing you have to achieve in life? Is it?
No. For a long time, I thought success was fame and fortune. Look, there goes Morton Mandel. He owns the such and such football team or whatever. I've come to realize that's not my definition of success anymore. My definition of success today is looking in a mirror and seeing a face that looks back at you in that mirror, and you see a good father, a good son, a good partner, a good employer, a good employee. You see a mensch, and you say, I haven't wasted my life. Having a lot of money and not being a mensch is not success. Being a mensch with very little money is huge success.
Once back, like 50, 60 years back, when you started everything, you came from a poor family. This is how you defined it.
Yes.
I'm just quoting you. A poor family that had to make huge efforts to succeed, right? Almost every day you had to work for it.
Right.
So money was an issue for you.
Yes.
And when was the point that you decided that this money is not for me only? I have to give it away.
This is maybe not going to be clear. I'll say it in as clear a way as I can. I grew up in a rich home. I didn't know how to define rich. My parents, who came from Poland, immigrants from Poland, lived in a shtetl. My father was studying to be a teacher. And they came to the United States. And I grew up in a home with no money. We were not ever poor. We were never hungry. We always had clothes. We were not in trouble, but we didn't have any money. I had a wonderful childhood.
And a wonderful mother.
And I had parents whose values were the best values of civilization. My mother taught us by the way she lived, not by her lectures, just the way she lived. Respect, honesty, integrity, decency, generosity. And I grew up with that. So the answer to your question is in 1953, 13 years later, I was 1953, I was 32 years old. My brothers and I started a foundation. We were making enough money in our business that in a good year we could put a little more into the foundation, and in a bad year we wouldn't have to, and we could still continue our charity.
So it's heritage.
We have been on a roll, if I can say that, to invest. We don't give our money, we invest our money. To invest our money since 1953.
There is a slight chance that the results of your investment will be seen only in 20, 30, 50 years. You don't care about that?
I see it today.
Today?
Today. In Israel, from one of our programs, just right here in this country, from one of our programs, the Mandel School for Educational Leadership, we have perhaps 350 graduates. They spend 2 years with us. They get snapped up in their positions of leadership. One of our graduates was Assistant Speaker of the House, I think, Ruth Calderon. We have a number of graduates who are just are changing the world. I mean, I use that expression all the time, and it sounds like I've made it up. But our people are changing the world.
I wonder why. Why here?
Okay.
Because, you are an American Jew, very involved in your community.
Yeah.
Why Israel?
This is a country where I, as a Jew, feel connected. I don't have an Israeli passport. I could get one, I suppose. I don't have an Israeli passport, but I'm connected to this country for lots of emotional reasons. And I'm going to do my best to help this country be the best it can be.
Now, do your best and tell us how to look as you look at the age of 94.
I have a personal trainer. I watch my diet. I really get a lot of rest. I do things I love, and I think that's life-enhancing, best I can do.
Mr. Morton Mandel, it was such an honor to talk to you. Thank you very much for coming to our studio.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.